At this point, I'm pretty sure that you have already heard about the word gaslighting. And it is pretty necessary for you to always remember about what this is. Because this manipulation tactic, which is really subtle, it makes you doubt your reality. And this is basically what it is. And that's why it is very dangerous. Because that can cause a lot of consequences that can be very negative for the victim. So, the manipulator is a really smart person. So this is something you need to take into account. So that's why education is really necessary, just for you to start seeing with clarity what's happening, around you. And especially to trust not only your God, but what is it that you're feeling. And never allow anybody else to invalidate your emotions. So this is very important for you just to face the gaslighting. So the first thing that they're going to do is what we call the countering. And the countering is that this way that they're going to make you doubt the reality by denying it. And how they do it. Let's say, for example, you are in a party with this friend who is very toxic, and this person is going to start making jokes on a topic that you feel very sensitive about. And then you call them out, and then they're going to be denying, like, I didn't say that. And then you're just going to feel very confused because you know what you heard, but then they are going to be so blatant about, the denying that they're going to start doing, that you're going to feel very confused. You're going to feel that maybe I'm overreacting. So that's, in a way, a tactic that they use for them not to take responsibility for what they do, because believe me, they know what they do. The second one is the withholding. And withholding is when they pretend they don't understand what they did. So let's continue with this friend that they make this joke, and then you just start insisting, yes, you did say that. And then they're just maybe going to admit it, but then they're going to say something like, but I don't understand why you feel like that. I mean, it was just a joke. And they are going to completely invalidate what is it that you're feeling. And this is really frustrating because you're going to feel like you're talking to a wall, as they are not going to be able to acknowledge your emotions, your feelings. And at this point, you need to recognize this red flag just to walk away from this person, because this is something that always going to happen. They're never going to recognize their mistakes, and they always going to do these type of things, like not understanding what you're feeling, for them not to take responsibility. So the next one is forgetting. And this is something that is pretty common, especially on important dates for you. And this can happen, let's say, for example, on your birthday. They're going to pretend they forgot your birthday because they were doing so many things. And let's say that perhaps they had a situation with a family member, or maybe they had extra hours in their job. But they purposely, they are not going to be present on a day that you told them that it was really relevant for you. And of course, that's just going to cause you feel really bad, really miserable in your day, and you're not going to enjoy it. And this is another tactic that they use, not only to degrade you, but just for you to feel bad. And of course, they're not going to admit that they did it on purpose, but they are going to pretend they forgot. Which leads me to the next one that is very related to this type of tactic, that it is the trivializing. When they are going to invalidate what is it that you're telling them, your feelings, and they're going to say something like, let's continue with the example of the birthday, but you shouldn't be feeling this way. You were with your family, you were with your friends, but I had this situation and I think you should understand. And that's the moment when they not only invalidating what you're saying, they also using the other tactic that I was talking about, that is that withholding, that they are not going to completely understand for choice what is it that you're saying. And the last one that I would like to address is the diverting. And the diverting is the most common, and I'm going to continue with the example of the birthday, that the person per se, or the abuser, is going to start talking about other topics for you to feel confused and forget about the main topic you were addressing. So let's say you were talking about, the fact that you feel really upset because they forgot your birthday, they were not there, and they're going to start saying things like, okay, I was in my job, you're not able to understand, and you're very selfish, and you always want to be, or you're very clingy and stuff like that. And then you're going to end up apologizing for things you didn't do. So this is a way for them to never acknowledge what they did. And then you end up being the person who feels not only bad, but so which are the consequences of gaslighting? You can suffer from anxiety, depression, isolation, and abusive trauma related. And that's why it's so necessary for you to educate yourself before going into a relationship, and even when you are inside a relationship, to identify what's happening. Sometimes we just miss this type of things due to the fact that we are used to some type of dynamic that somehow it can be very dangerous for us. And it's necessary that once you decide to walk away, which is most of the cases the best decision you can make for yourself, is just to look for professional help. Do not allow the abuser just to win this battle where you're not going to be able to rebuild your life. You have the power to do it. And always just trust in your support system, your family. If you have family members that care about you, you're very lucky to have them. Be with them, reconnect with them. Look for professional help in case you do not have it. Look for shelter if you feel that you're somebody that you don't have family, you don't have money. There are many ways for you just to get out of there and try to heal. That's the most important thing. Never go to other relationships, but always put first the healing process because of the harm that causes an abusive relationship in your psyche. So I just hope this video was very useful for you, that you like it. I hope you can just not only give me a like, but to share it, especially for the people you feel that they actually need it. So I hope you just like it, and see you the next time. Bye bye.